The sun rose over the vast empty landscape, casting a warm glow over the sleeping dinosaurs. Maposaurus and Stegosaurus slowly woke from their slumber, their fiery and rocky bodies glowing in the morning light. They stood up and began to walk forward, their footsteps echoing through the quiet landscape. As they walked, Maposaurus and Stegosaurus felt a sense of aimlessness. They had no clear direction, no purpose driving them forward. They simply walked, their powerful legs carrying them across the barren land. Stegosaurus let out a tired sigh, her spikes glinting in the sunlight. How long do we have to keep walking like this? She asked, her voice filled with exhaustion. Maposaurus, always the more adventurous of the two, shrugged. I'm not sure, she replied. But we'll keep going until we find something, I suppose. As night fell and the moon rose in the sky, the duo came upon a strange portal. Without hesitation, they stepped inside, emerging on the other side in a dark hangar. There, they found Axel and Allie, sleeping peacefully. Axel, a male Saurophaganx with a fiery temperament, and Allie, a female Allosaurus with a wild spirit, woke at the sound of Maposaurus and Stegosaurus' arrival. Torvosaurus, another fire element dinosaur, also stirred from his slumber, his sleepy eyes blinking in confusion. The rest of the group, including Silas, Alex, Andrew, and Edward, emerged from their sleeping quarters, yawning and rubbing their eyes. They questioned Maposaurus and Stegosaurus about where they had been, their voices filled with curiosity and sleepiness. Maposaurus and Stegosaurus shared a knowing smile before returning to their own sleeping spots, the events of the day fading into dreams. The hangar was filled with the sound of gentle breathing as the dinosaurs drifted off to sleep, their adventures waiting for them in the morning light. The sun rose high in the sky, casting a warm glow over the vast empty landscape where the dinosaurs roamed. Maposaurus and Stegosaurus continued to walk forward, their footsteps echoing in the silence of the morning. The fire-breathing Maposaurus looked around with curiosity, her bright orange scales shimmering in the sunlight. Beside her, the Stegosaurus lumbered along, her sharp spikes glinting in the light. As they walked, the landscape began to change around them. The ground shifted from barren dirt to lush green grass, and trees sprouted up around them, their leaves rustling in the gentle breeze. The air was filled with the sound of birds chirping and insects buzzing, a stark contrast to the emptiness they had left behind. Suddenly, a portal appeared in front of them, swirling with colors and light. Without hesitation, the dinosaurs stepped through, emerging on the other side in a hangar filled with sleeping dinosaurs. Axel, Allie, Torvosaurus, Silas, Alex, Andrew, and Edward all stirred from their slumber, blinking in confusion at the newcomers. Maposaurus and Stegosaurus explained where they had been, their voices filled with excitement and wonder. The other dinosaurs listened intently, their eyes wide with curiosity. As the sun began to set, casting a warm orange glow over the hangar, the dinosaurs settled back down to sleep, their dreams filled with visions of adventure and discovery. In the days that followed, the dinosaurs continued to explore the vast landscape, encountering new creatures and challenges along the way. Together, they faced dangers and triumphs, forging a bond that would last a lifetime. And as they roamed the land, their hearts filled with the thrill of the unknown, they knew that their journey was far from over. For the dinosaurs of fire and rock element, the world was theirs to explore, and they would do so with courage and determination, united in their quest for adventure. The sun beat down on the asphalt as the three cars, Saber, Cadrona, and Clover, revved their engines, their AI voices buzzing with excitement. The Grove Street gangsta families gathered around, their foul sarcastic humor filling the air as they watched the vehicles prepare for the race. CJ, the leader of the gang, smirked as he leaned against a nearby wall, his arms crossed over his chest. So, what's the purpose of this race, CJ? Saber asked, its AI voice tinged with curiosity. CJ chuckled, his own AI voice dripping with sarcasm. Oh, just for fun. Gotta keep things interesting around here, he replied, a mischievous glint in his eye. With a sudden burst of energy, the three cars released a blue gas from their exhausts, summoning a highway that stretched across the entire world. The gang members cheered, their foul language echoing through the streets as they watched the vehicles speed off into the distance. But they weren't alone. A van named Burrito, equipped with its own AI features, joined the race, calling forth 4 bikes with AI voices of their own: Freeway, Wayfarer, BF400, and NRG 500. The vehicles raced side by side, their engines roaring as they pushed themselves to the limit. The highway seemed to go on forever, twisting and turning through cities and countryside alike. The vehicles weaved in and out of traffic, their AI voices taunting each other as they vied for the title of the fastest. As the race reached its climax, only one vehicle emerged victorious, crossing the finish line with a triumphant roar. The gang members erupted into cheers, their foul humor reaching new heights as they celebrated the winner. The vehicles came to a stop, their engines still humming with adrenaline. CJ approached the victorious vehicle, a grin on his face. Well, looks like we have a winner, he said, his AI voice filled with pride. The gang members laughed and clapped each other on the back, reveling in the excitement of the race. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the scene, they knew that this was just the beginning of their adventures on the open road. And so, the story of the Grove Street gangsta families and their AI-powered vehicles continued, filled with action, humor, and the thrill of the race. The sun beat down on the asphalt as the three cars, Saber, Cadrona, and Clover, revved their engines, their AI voices buzzing with excitement. The Grove Street gangsta families gathered around, their foul sarcastic humor filling the air as they watched the vehicles prepare for the race. CJ, the leader of the gang, smirked as he leaned against a nearby wall, his arms crossed over his chest. "So, what's the purpose of this little race, huh?" he asked, his tone laced with sarcasm. The cars exchanged glances before Saber, the sleek red muscle car, spoke up. "We're mostly for racing, CJ," it replied, its AI voice smooth and confident. CJ chuckled, shaking his head. "Well, then, let's see what you've got," he said, gesturing for the cars to begin. With a roar, the three vehicles shot forward, their blue gas exhausts leaving a trail of smoke behind them. As they raced down the highway, the road seemed to stretch endlessly before them, the world blurring past in a rush of speed. Suddenly, a van named Burrito appeared on the horizon, its AI features activating as it called forth four bikes with AI voices of their own. Freeway, Wayfarer, BF 400, and NRG 500 joined the race, their engines roaring in competition. The vehicles weaved in and out of traffic, their AI voices taunting and challenging each other as they vied for the title of the fastest on the road. The Grove Street gangsta families cheered and jeered from the sidelines, their foul humor adding to the chaotic atmosphere. As the race reached its climax, one vehicle emerged as the clear winner, crossing the finish line with a triumphant roar. The other vehicles slowed to a stop, their AI voices congratulating the victor as the Grove Street gangsta families erupted into cheers. CJ grinned, clapping his hands together. "Now that was a race," he said, his foul sarcastic humor evident in his tone. "I guess we'll have to do this again sometime." And with that, the vehicles revved their engines, ready to race once more as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the victorious car and its competitors. The highway stretched out before them, beckoning them to continue their thrilling journey into the night.